Welcome back, everybody. So we're back here in the paint booth again. And last video, we did not finish putting up all the light because the holes didn't match up. But now I'm here today to put all the lights together and actually put the bulbs in. And since the holes are not aligning right now, I'm using a crowbar to kind of pry the hole a little bigger so I can pass the wires through the holes. And I'm just gonna put all the lights in today, and hopefully today we'll get to the air hammer. So let's get on that. I already started putting holes in 2 so far, and let's see if I can actually manage the ends. So let's get to it. Well, at the present moment, we're like crunch for time. We got a week or so just to finish this paint booth because they're cutting a hole in the roof just to put up the stacks. If we don't get enough done, then who knows? Because we don't know when the inspection is going to be, but we did apply for it. So once that inspection date comes in, we got to be done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because we have to seal it. And that's the hardest part. Because if that booth doesn't get enough pressure, it's not going to turn out.
That's about it. Then we have to seal the hell out of this. Kind of like what was done here. You're going to have to seal it again. But this is the most important thing.
And we probably need a lot of time just to figure it out if we missed any sealing. So it's nerve-wracking.
All right, so we got it through. Final little bit of bending. Just realized that the one that Ronnie put through here, he bent it a little bit too. Mine was a little bit more messier. So now I got all this up here set and ready to go. Next, I'm gonna put the bulbs in on actually the bottom here. All the bottoms, to get the bottom set. Then I have to fix the top here. I don't think I'll get to that today, but then we're gonna put the glass all the way up front to the door. We cleaned them out because we had to clean everything because this was slightly used before. And I think it'll be done because it's like 53 degrees out here and I'm from Florida, so I'm not a cold person, but I worked a lot of sweat while doing this up that I'm actually kind of warm and cozy. So let's get to it. Start putting the glass here. It's actually 2 things we need. You would think you do this fast, but all this stuff is time consuming. Most of these parts here, we're just gonna have to figure out what the hell all these are. We know that they're roof parts, but yeah. We'll figure that out. Collect all of these. Great, that's bent. Do I have everyone? See, these will help with sealing the glass so no off spray will get inside the bulbs and stuff like that. So that's what this is for, and I'll show you how they go on. Set this here. Supposed to get down to the low 40s or high 30s. Eventually I'm gonna have to put a sorter on, but till then. Oh yeah, so this car has been in 2 videos now, but I didn't mention it before because the person that wants to get this car restored brought it, tow it here, and he's supposed to come up with the money so we can start actually restoring it, like the initial deposit and whatnot. And he couldn't come up with the money, so I didn't mention it because he was supposed to pick it up. But last week he said he's gonna go through with it, so we're waiting on that. I think it's gonna be at least $5 just to start. $5 worth of product. I don't remember. I should bring these on a dolly and then dolly them over. Let me do that. But it's a 1979 Pontiac Grand Am. Classic. I think when you restore these cars, they're like worth 50 grand. If you could keep the restoration to as much as OEM, the more value it is. Looking there, it looks like parts of the transmission is on the floor. It's already leaked oil. What did I come here for? The dolly. I need to keep moving because it's starting to get cold. So we pressure washed these. There was a lot of Osprey on it. Wish I had before and after pictures. I might, but I don't know. Go. Get screws. I think the seal goes on top only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this is basically how we figured out most of the paint booth. Since we didn't really have a manual, it's just putting things together. It's like, oh, it looks like it goes here. And the only reason we knew what this was at, because when we took it apart, only one of these had the seal still in there. Kinda need a screwdriver. All right, so this is the hard part. Hopefully the GoPro does not stop recording. It's gonna be a mission to do it up this way. God.
Well, initially this paint booth was supposed to be built in 2 weeks. We started in late October. We already had a crew who build these paint booths and known to build them. Haven't come out 3 times last year, but the building wasn't ready for them to start. So the fact that we're building this paint booth and it's mainly just been Ronnie and I is amazing, because it usually takes like 6 people just to finish this paint booth. And we had a crew that came out 3 times last year, but they couldn't complete finishing the paint booth because the building wasn't ready for them to actually build into it. The concrete wasn't here, and a lot of the stuff, the walls aren't painted. So the 3 times that they flew in from New Jersey down to Florida, they had to fly back, and on the 3rd time, they were kind of like, yeah, no. And plus another note to it, when we got this paint booth, it wasn't supposed to be the super prestige. The builder was also the same person that sold the paint booth to us, and they thought it was just a normal Roberta. So they charged us $20,000 just to build this. And when they actually came and see what it actually was and realized that they messed up on the paperwork, they tried to up it to $50,000. But the contract's a contract, the deal's a deal. And we didn't have that money. So on the 3rd time, when it was actually able to be built, they pretty much left us high and dry, and we had to build it ourselves. And trust me, like, we try to get information. We called Nova Verda, we called other manufacturers trying to get some kind of blueprint. And they keep it nip and tuck. They don't release no information. So we pretty much had to just do it ourselves. And the funny thing is, we found the manual and the building instructions on how to actually finish building the booth, and pretty much we're exactly where we're at right now. And usually Ronnie's here with me, and he's not. Something with his face, because he's been painting for years, and sometimes he didn't have the mask on. So there's like toxins I got to his skin, and we finally got it out with like acid after a year trying to get it out. And usually his face kind of looks like a lemur's ass, but
Now it kind of looks like a lemur spreading his ass open. So he couldn't come in today. So I'm just trying to do my best and get this done because it's crunch time.
All right, so I got all the glasses on the bottom row here. You can barely even tell because that's how clear it is, but you can kind of see they're screwed in here. Trying to get these light bulbs.
It's surprising how painstaking slow this goes. All right, all the bulbs are in. Now it's the time to put the glass in. Let's get to it.
Right, so we got all the bottom row covered in glass. I knew also I was gonna do the top, but then I turned around and looked, it's like, oh, these are already done. I just need to put the bulbs in and just put the glass in. So that's exactly what I did. And I'm gonna call it a day for today because it is getting a little late and I'm hungry. Haven't had anything but a bagel and coffee. And tomorrow or another day, hoping tomorrow I'll come in and I'll finish the top, but yeah. It looks good. Looks good, almost done. So since I'm done for today, I'm probably gonna wrap the video up with doing the bottom row. In the next video, will have the top done already and I'll probably start with the done. And then we're gonna move on to the next part, which is the air hammer. But thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. You might as well like the video if you made it all the way to the end. And if you want to subscribe, the content's gonna get better and better. Just kind of limited right now because I gotta build this paint booth, and after that, I'm telling you what I have planned for what this channel's gonna be is something that you guys should stay tuned. Otherwise than that, bye.